K6MYC, Delta Mike 07, getting ready to call the 2-meter Bozo Net here on January 25. Good evening all, K6MYC.
KK6ZKE 704.
Hi there. By golly, you're not normally the first one in here, but good to hear you, Terry. Over.
Well, I wanted to jump in here while I can. A little bit long weekend, so I'm probably going to head early tonight.
Terry, where'd you go?
Oh, I heard somebody else on. I'm here. Not much going on here tonight.
Okay, well, I've got your 704. I think I heard Bill in there.
That was Mike, Whiskey 6 Papa Echo 620.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. W6 Papa Echo 620. And how was your weekend, over? How was your weekend, Mike, over?
It was pretty good. We spent a good portion of it burning burn piles. It was a burn day up here. I'm over 3,000 feet, so got a lot of that done, and some odds and ends around the place here. So spent the weekend doing a bunch of work around the place, and tomorrow morning I got the regular work day, so I can rest up, I guess.
Okay, rest up from the weekend, I understand. Okay, well, hopefully we'll have a burn day here. We haven't had a chance to burn for quite a while, but hopefully we can get a burn pile started tomorrow if Frank shows up, which I think he will. Anyway, good to hear you. I'm hearing voices underneath.
711 K6MI.
Oh, John, K6MI, good to hear you.
Had fun, just a little bit of fun on 160 meters this weekend. CQ Worldwide CW.
Yeah, I knew about that one. There was also a winter field day, and it went on till about 3 o'clock this afternoon or 1 o'clock or something. A winter field day. I didn't know anything about that one, but the band was very busy. I was on 20, and it was very busy.
Yeah, I've never gotten in that one, but a little too cold for me.
Yeah, well, it's a funny one. You have to have if you have a commercial tower, it puts you into a totally different category. They don't get as much points if you have a commercial tower and you're on your own property. I told them, well, I'm off grid. Does that count for something? And nobody knew. It did count, but they didn't know how much. Anyway, there you go.
Yeah, I don't think it's an ARL thing. It's just for a fun thing. K6MI.
There's a lot of activity for not being an ARL sponsored thing.
Okay, well, maybe I'll have to do that in the future.
Yeah, they called it Winter Field Day. Anyway, I got on and band was loaded with all these stations that were only calling. And I was trying to find somebody to tune in on. And they'd only last 3 seconds, W7RM calling, say Q Field Day, bye. And then he'd go away. You couldn't get a chance to tune them or tune the antennas or anything. It was a little frustrating from that standpoint. There was signals popping up all over, but they only last 3 or 4 seconds.
Right. Okay. I'll be monitoring. K6MI.
Okay, good evening, John.
982.
982, hello, Daryl.
Good evening. I hope everything's going all right out there at the ranch.
Well, we're hanging in here. It was kind of a nicer day today. I worked outside quite a while. I actually did some weeding and some pruning on some bushes at the front of the house. And got quite a bit of stuff done there, but didn't quite finish everything I wanted to do, but did get some work done and some weeding. I hadn't weeded that area for 3 or 4 months, and my God, it just overgrew. I have crabgrass in the lawn, and it grew into my bushes where I don't want grass. And so I was busy digging out crabgrass. And boy, at this time of year, it really hangs onto the dirt well.
Oh yeah, crabgrass it'll get everywhere. Well, we've been having a real adventure down there building this barn. We're to the roof now, and we are at a standstill because Timmy, that's the guy whose barn we're building, he has decided he's not crawling up there, so we've got to find somebody. We need somebody small and light to go up there and put in screws.
Wait, what do you mean? How does it have to crawl?
Oh, well, it's up there. Yeah, it's high enough that if you fell, you could die.
Well, isn't there a ladder? Don't you have a ladder to stand on? This is in the attic, isn't it?
No. Yes, we have 3 ladders. We have a 6-foot, an 8-foot, and a 12-foot. Okay, and we also have a bucket on the backhoe that we can ride and work on stuff. None of that is any good. Somebody has to get up on the peak and run the whole thing with screw guns.
What are you gluing?
We're not doing anything now. We're trying to figure out what we're going to do next. It's terrible. The walls are all up, and we're just at a standstill.
Well, I'm not sure what you're trying to accomplish on the roof. I thought this thing came as a shed. Didn't it have any shingles on it, or is that what you're putting on, shingles?
Metal panels. This thing is entirely made out of metal, including the frame.
Okay, so you're just putting metal roof panels on, huh?
Right. 2 7-foot panels, 14-foot of roof down each side.
Okay, and how tall is the roof at the peak?
I don't know, but I know it's got to be at least, let's see, the 12-foot, it's got to be at least 11 foot because the 12-foot ladder barely doesn't get there. So, yeah, so it's probably 12 foot.
Yeah, okay. Well, how do they expect you to put this roof on if you can't get a ladder up there?
I don't know. That's what I kept saying to Timmy, but I don't know. I think they probably have a bunch of real small Mexican gentlemen that can crawl around up on that stuff. I guess.
Well, I wouldn't be crawling down on a roof that isn't nailed down somewhere.
Do they come with the package?
No.
What was that?
Ronnie asked if they come with the package. No, they don't.
1237 AJ6PD, am I on frequency?
Yes, you are, Tony. You're weak, but you're on frequency. 1237 AJ6PD, good evening.
Hi, good evening, fellas. It's just a quick in and out. You guys have a great evening. Thank you for the check-in.
Sounding good, Tony. KJ6TYO 1009.
1009. Good evening, Ron.
Good evening, Mike.
Are you getting ready to go to bed for another run?
Well, nobody's called me, but I guarantee you they'll be calling me at 3 or 4 in the morning to come in.
Oh, for Christ's sake. It's not a...
Answer the phone.
Okay. You can't call in ahead of time and know what time you're supposed to be there?
No, I don't. Never works that way, so I'm not worried about it. Either the phone's going to be on silence, or I'll just get up and look to see if anybody's called.
Okay. Well, good luck with that. I'm sorry it's not straightforward. I wonder, Bill, are you here? AA6S, K6MYC, did I hear you in here? I heard somebody down south, but I got my antenna out of out of calibration again. This box, if I can ever get it changed out, this is the box that I told you guys that it was acting funny. It wasn't tracking, and I went in and found that the gear ratio was wrong. So I reprogrammed the right gear ratio in. It went from 4100 down to 3960, and that makes things track better. And so I put in 3960, and then I turned it off and turned it back on, and it went back to 4100 again. So I did it a couple of more times, and the next time it stayed at 3960. So I don't know what the hell it's doing, but anyway, when you do that, it throws your calibration off. At least it looks like it did. When I got done fiddling with it, all of a sudden I realized it had run itself to full clockwise, which it should not have done, and it did it by itself. So this box has got some real gremlins in it. Anyway, I don't know where I'm pointed. I'm pointed sort of south, but I'll have to wait till John comes up and asks me if to check in, and then I'll peek on him, and I'll know where to point here. Anyway, anybody else? Rob, are you here? KM6SRR?
Sure am. How you doing, Mike? KM6SRR, number 432, and 1200 KM6 UKM.
Okay.
KG6 QNY 1091.
Good evening, Marcus.
Well, good evening, Mike. Sorry I've missed you.
Bozo 831, high desert, looking out towards the Central Valley. Anybody copy? Hello.
I do. I copy you, John. And give me some more chatter, because I don't think I'm pointed right at you. If you'll give me about 30 seconds of a call. Rob is here. He'll probably come back to you. But give me 30 seconds to get the antenna on you, John. KG6USS, Bozo 47 here, K6MYC. I'm hearing him, Rob, but he ain't hearing me.
Yeah, I'll give him a call. How you doing, John? KG6USS, KM6SR, number 432.
Hey, how you doing there, Rob? Got you in here loud and clear.
Okay, Mike needs to calibrate on you. Can you give a 30-second call so he can peek on you?
Absolutely. Now, this is KG6USS, Bozo 831, high desert. Looking for check-ins over in the Central Valley. Mike, you still copy over on my side there, copy?
Well, that was his shortest 30 seconds I've ever heard.
Well, we'll try it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 9, 10. KG6USS, Bozo 831. Mike, you copy? Hello, come on.
Yeah, I copy you. I'm copying you, John. I was just trying to get a peek on you. I did some work here with a rotator box, a control box that's got a problem in it. It keeps reprogramming itself at the wrong gear ratio, so it makes it not track right. Anyway, good evening to you. And 47, if you're not hearing me, if you hear me now, Bozo 47, John, over.
Oh, I hear you, Mike. I hear you just fine there, brother. Yeah, you're coming in loud and clear. Roger, roger.
Roger, roger. Thank you. Anybody else for, how about you, John? You want to give him a call down there in the high desert? John was here, K6MI. Are you still here, John?
971.
He might be playing in and out tonight there, John. And I hear you, Dave. K6VBG 971. We've got you.
Roger.
All right, KG6USS 831 up here in the high desert. We got you, Mike, and I got you, Rob. Anybody else want to check in on Southern California Bozo Net here in the high desert?
The audio sounds a lot better tonight, John.
Thank you. I haven't done a dang thing. It's just the conditions there, Roger.
It must be. Yeah, well, at least you're not yelling into the mic. Some nights it sounds like you're yelling, and that doesn't help a thing. Okay. The big guns are all missing. I've got all the little roosters in here. So the big boys are not here for the moment. I don't know where Ken is. WA60IB. Ken, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here, Mike. I'm here just fine. Just the conditions there, Roger.
Okay. The big guns are all missing. I've got all the little roosters in here. So the big boys are not here for the moment. I don't know where Ken is. WA60IB. Ken, are you here? I haven't even heard Aaron. Aaron sometimes can work him. Well, maybe not. Aaron, are you here, K6US? Is the stream on, Rob?
Yep, Aaron's got the stream going. He usually waits till you point up a little further north so that he can hear you or you can hear him better.
Well, I usually can hear him regardless, but there are times where he gets right down close to the noise, but not very much. I don't have to move the antenna very far to get away from that mode. Anyway, I came out here late. I did not come out earlier and turn everything on, so I didn't get here till about 20 after 7. And I was expecting a call as I was walking out here, but I made it and turned everything on before he called me, so there you are.
Well, the stream's looking good. Your road is pointed 144.
Yeah, it seems like it's off about 10 degrees again.
All right, well, Mike and Rob, I'm hearing these guys talking back and forth. They're very good. So I guess that's my list for you guys out that way there, Roger?
Yeah, wish we had more for you, John, but just nothing tonight. Maybe Wednesday. 73s, my friend. KG6USS, High Desert. Bozo 831, K6MYC.
All right, Mike, have a good one. K6MYC, Bozo 47, and KM6SRR, KG432, KG6USS 831. We'll catch you later and have a good one. We'll see you on Wednesday night. KG6USS 831 back to net control in Southern California on the vertical.
7-3.
7-3, John, KM6SRR.
November 6th, Sierra Whiskey Radio, number 47, Delta Mike 05.
You mean 247, don't you, Ben?
You're Roger. Roger that. You said 47 so many times, it was part of my number, 247. You're correct, Mike.
Okay. Well, 447 just doesn't sound right, Eric, but good to hear you. I mean, Ben, good to hear you. And a good strong signal up here again this evening. Let's see, Rob, say hello to Ben down there. N6SWR 247 K6MYC.
How you doing, Ben? N6SWR KM6SRR. Good to hear you.
Roger. You guys are all loud and clear this evening. N6SWR.
Sounds good. No flutter, no nothing. You're just rock solid in here, Ben. Good to hear you. Thanks for checking in here. Wish we could get KB6RQU on here. We haven't heard him now since the first of the year, I don't think. Has he been in here since 1st of January, Rob?
Hey, Mike, I was trying to talk to Ben, and you stepped on me again. I was just telling Ben he's coming in here with an S9. Yeah, I think he's been in here since the first of the year. Over.
Okay, very good. Well, when you and I key up the mic at the same time, it's going to be, we're stepping on each other, so there you go. It's just a timing thing, Rob. I thought you were through. Anyway, back to you, Ben, for a final. And maybe you can stir up KB6RQU one of these days. Maybe you hear him on a local traffic there. N6SWR Bakersfield, DMO5, K6MYC in the group. Where'd you go, Ben?
Oh, I'm still here. I was just trying to shorten the net for you so you can get through the rest of the folks.
Well, that's all right. We'll get to everybody.
Roger. Okay. Well, thank you much. I appreciate it. You guys have a great evening and a good week. Stay out of the fog.
We're above the fog, but it's been drizzly here. Kind of yesterday was overcast and kind of a drizzle. It was a mist drizzle. It wasn't rain, but it was wet. Everything was dripping. But today was nice. We had sunlight most of the day, and I got the batteries charged up on the solar system pretty well. We got up to 77% today, so it wasn't too bad.
Roger. Well, the weather was almost identical yesterday to what you have up there. Ours was drizzly and such for at least till about 10 o'clock in the morning anyway.
Okay. Well, hopefully it'll be nicer tomorrow. We did have sun all day today. At times it was a little thin, but it was inclusive from start to finish with some form of sun. Over.
Roger. Well, I'm sure it'll stay that way or get worse or get better. It'll do one of the three.
You know, it wasn't bad temperature-wise. I think we got up into the high 50s or low 60s. I worked outside on my hands and knees for about 2 hours with my back to the sun. I was very comfortable, just with a light shirt on, a light long-sleeve shirt, so not too bad. All right, 7-3, Ben, thanks again. N6SWR, K6MYC, clearance. Anybody else in the San Joaquin before we go to Atascadero? Okay, nothing heard. Here we go. Okay. Atascadero, W6QUI, K6MYC.
Hey, good evening, Mike, and others over there. W6QUI over here. Bozo 1055. Over.
We're copying you. I'm not quite on you yet, I guess, to go over there. That should be closer. I'm a little bit out of calibration here tonight, so signals aren't as strong as normal. But good to hear you. I wonder if you've heard any progress from Eric there, KN6EIV. Hopefully one of these days he'll be able to check in on his own here. Let me shoot it over to Rob. Rob, pick it up and say hi to Ron over there. KM6SRR in the group, K6MYC.
How you doing, Ron? You're very weak tonight. I can barely hear you. W6QUI, KM6SRR.
Oh, really? Oh, you're over S9 here. Of course, you probably run a lot more juice than I do. But you're 2.5. I just talked to Eric a few minutes ago. Actually, Eric's building a 40-meter receiver from scratch. So he's hot on a learning project there. And I heard you guys talking about the winter field day. Our club did quite well. We did it today. He's, I think, about 800 contacts considering the band conditions and so forth. I'm sure other clubs probably did better, but conditions weren't the best in the world. 15 meters apparently was the best band most of the day. So, I don't know if you guys participated over there or not. So, anyway, that's the story. And I ran into Bill out there, and I forgot to ask him why he never gets on. We were busy taking antennas down and stuff like that, so didn't even think about it. Okay. Anyway, I hope you can hear me over there, Rob. You're zooming in over here.
Yeah, Ron, you came up really loud all of a sudden, so I don't know whether you had the amplified turned off or what.
Oh, amp's on. It's drawing a whole bunch of current, so I know it's hooked up.
Well, I'm getting you real good now, S5, so couldn't be much better.
K6US.
Good evening, Aaron.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. Yeah, K6US 1079 and Bozo 1100. And hello to Ron over there. Yeah, you were quiet into here the first transmission, so maybe you just had to blow all the cobwebs out. W6QUI, K6US.
Yeah, well, I had to beam a little bit far south, I think. I never know where to put that thing. You guys are all over the map over here. Anyway, Aaron, good evening to you. K6US, good signal. And I'll go ahead and check Eric in. Let's see, what the heck was he? 1044, I think. N6EIV. Well, he just called me about a question on that receiver he's building. So he's in a learning curve right now, how radios work.
Oh boy. Well, that's no small task. If it's a single sideband, single band radio, that's still a nice learning thing.
Yeah, well, it's just a receiver, but yes, it is side bend.
Yeah, very good. Okay, well, we got Eric checked in. Thank you for that. Maybe one of these days we'll be surprised and hear Bill in there. WKB6, WRW there. All right, 7-3. Aaron, you're hearing Ron, right?
Oh, yeah, I just worked him. Yeah, he's coming in here at about S8, so not as strong as it could be, but he's doing pretty good tonight. K6US.
Okay, well, I just want to make sure you'd completed with him there. Good. All right, Ron 73, we'll see you perhaps Tuesday, hopefully. I'll be out here Tuesday. Everything's working in the barn, and we should be able to give you some support, although I don't know if we'll hear you, but the other guys will work you, and I'll be listening to see if I can find you. Last week on 1296, I put the antenna at 35 degrees east, and as you were talking, I went all the way from 35 degrees all the way around to 210, which is a heading for you, direct heading. And I never heard a bounce. I never heard a ping. I didn't hear anything that whole direction, the whole sweep. So, boy, it's tough to get propagation from you on 1296. 7-3 Ron, K6 W6QUI, K6MYC.
I think the only time I heard you were pointed east for some reason. I think you were working out of state or something. I forget who that was, but you weren't the strongest, but you were 2.5, so I can understand my low power is probably not going to do too well. Okay, 7-3's over there. Good evening. Yeah, I'll be on Tuesday. W6QUI going that way.
Okay, well, no, I was pointed east to try for you on a bounce, and we obviously made it. I remember the time that you heard me, and I heard little pieces of you. But I've tried it not every time you get on, but quite frequently I go over that way, and I just haven't heard anything since that time. We'll have to keep trying, or you'll have to raise your power another 10 dB. I think we could make it fairly regularly. Anyway, 7-3, Ron, good evening. W6QUI, K6MYC, heading for Santa Cruz.
Okay, 7-3.
7-3, Ron, KM6SRR.
K6MYC, KW6S.
Oh, perfect timing. I just pulled my finger off the rotator, and I'm sitting here at due west, and there you are, KW6S 610, K6MYC. Good evening.
Yeah, well, I was listening to you, and I figured I could get a jump on you giving a call over this way.
Well, thanks for saving me a little bit of throat massage. Hi.
Yeah, I discovered my fluorescent light makes noise on a couple of the low band, well, I guess all the low band frequencies, which I hadn't figured out or hadn't noticed before, and I'm wondering if I have a electronic ballast or something up there, because I've never had trouble with a fluorescent before. And then I realized that the old HP noise sources had a fluorescent tube in them. Is that a problem with fluorescent lights much?
Normally, but that's a special tube. That's a noise tube. 822, I think it was the number. 822 tube that we used in an old noise generators. Over.
The fluorescent tube one, or the other one, I think it was 5722?
Maybe that was what, I don't remember. I know it's just in a little box, and I didn't know whether it was fluorescent or whatever. I think you're right, 5722. For some reason, 822 rings a bell, but I could be wrong.
No, I've seen it. Well, I used to have one here. It was up around 8 gigahertz or something, but it had it was an HP piece that had a fluorescent tube kind of diagonal down through a piece of waveguide.
Yeah, well, I guess it can be noisy if you run the wrong gas in them or run the right gas in them, whatever. Or maybe I don't know. I've got fluorescents here in the barn, a few, and they're not noisy. I've got one LED light in the barn that's noisy. All the rest are fine, but I don't know what that problem is. It only shows up on 15 meters, so isn't much of a problem. But maybe you could. Well, I was going to suggest converting over. I thought when you said the fluorescent, I was going to suggest that you should go over to a LED, but that wasn't going to make any noise on your noise generator.
No, this is this is in my office here. The lights, the fluorescent light is making quite a bit of noise on some of the higher bands. Well, all the bands, but it's not real significant on the low bands. But I just noticed that today, and so I'm wondering if I have some kind of a solid state ballast in this fixture that I didn't realize, because I've never had trouble with the old transformer fluorescent lights giving me any trouble.
Yeah, well, what I've done in the kitchen, there's two kinds of LED replacements for those. Some of them you have to modify the fixture and get rid of the ballast and wire around the ballast. They don't need anything. And the other kind are just a straight plug-in, but I think they're differentiated. So if you went to the store and said, I need just straight replacements for 40-watt fluorescents, they'd give you the right ones. I think they have a slightly different connection on the ends. Anyway, I've had good results with the ones that just replace the fluorescents without doing anything to the fixture. Over.
Well, maybe I'll give that a try and see if I can eliminate this ballast and see if that is the problem. I've noticed this problem for a while. I just didn't ever. Just today, I associated it with the light switch here in my office.
Well, again, just to reiterate and make sure you heard what I said, there's two kinds of LED lights. One that you can just plug in directly, and it uses the ballast or doesn't mind the ballast being there. I'm not sure which. And then there's another kind which we have to rewire the fixture. And they give you instructions in the box when you buy the tubes. They give you instructions, and it's pretty straightforward. We did it to mine in the shack, and the guys had it done in about 10 minutes after they pulled the ballast out and just attach the blue wire to the yellow wire and blah, 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 and you're done. Over.
Yeah, I've done that with a couple of fixtures here so far, and it's really gone well. So I've been real happy about those. And all of the ones I've put in so far required me to get rid of the ballast. I tried some of the others, and that was didn't work with any of my fixtures. So I'll have to. I guess that's probably a project for tomorrow, maybe. Anyway, don't mean to get off sidetracked here. I just wanted to ask you about your lights, because I knew you had quite a few of them there. K6MYC, KW6S.
Well, I've got a few fluorescents left in the barn here and a couple of fixtures. And they're now getting really flaky. They're not coming on when it's cold. So I'm going to have to change all those out. But the roof, the ceiling of the barn is about 15 feet up, so we have to bring in the 12-foot stepladder and do it. I won't be able to do that anymore. I think I'll have to have Frank or somebody else do it. Maybe one of my kids can do it and change the fixtures over. Wait, let's see if Leah's in here tonight, and then we'll get it over to Rob and see if he can give you guys signal reports and so on. AF6 United, Lee, K6MYC.
K6MYC, AF6 United, and I'm not sure how good my audio is, so how about a signal report first?
That sounds fine.
Okay, that's good, because I was getting really low modulation after working a couple of people last week and stuff like that, and having everybody yell at me because my modulation was way too hot. So if this is sounding good, I'm happy. So K6MYC, AF6 United, I am here tonight, 10-9-8, the Countdown Bozo.
Very good, Lee. No, it sounds good. It doesn't sound like you're pushing it. It's just got good, solid audio, very consistent, very good bandwidth and all that. So not too sharp, not too bassy. Just nice, good communications audio. Over to you, Rob, and if you're copying Lee, you can give him a report, and then you can also say hello to Tom there and whoever else. KW6S and Alpha Foxtrot 6 United to KM6SWR. No. KM6SRR, K6MYC.
Thank you, Mike. I couldn't hear Lee. I peeked up to where I could hear him in with a noise there, but I don't know what it is on this band. We just can't do it. Anyway, good evening, Tom. KW6S, I'm hearing you loud and clear. KM6SR.
KM6SR, KW6S. Yeah, good evening, Rob. Yeah, you're doing real good here, too. I'd heard you earlier, and you were down a bit. I think when you were working QUI or trying to, I think you were. You were down quite a bit, so your antenna has some directional capability. KM6SR, KW6S.
Yeah, it's a 2M9, so it has a little bit, but yeah, I was pointed about 30 degrees or more down towards Atascadero.
Yeah, I think that's the same antenna I have here.
Well, it's a pretty good antenna. It's a 12 dBd Yankee, so it's not a bad little antenna for its size and shape. And anyway, good deal. Wish you could hear Lee. Lee's storming in here tonight. God, the other night it was pukey on 432, Lee, but I don't know. That might have been just conditions. You and one other station on that whole 432 check-in list, you were the only two that were way below normal. Everybody else was booming in, so I don't know. The band sometimes really gets you scratching your head. 73 Tom, 73 Lee, and we'll see you guys. We'll see you tomorrow on 222, Tom, and on 6 meters, perhaps with you, Lee. AF6 United with KW6S, and then over to Lee for a final K6MYC. Go ahead, Tom.
Okay, yeah, I should be here tomorrow night. It's going to get a little tricky. We have our daughter and son-in-law and granddaughter staying here with us while their house is getting fumigated. So some of our activities might get twisted around a little bit, but I should be here. K6MYC, KW6S.
Well, we'll look for you on 222 and hopefully 6, but 222 is the more important band in terms of usage. So if you can squeeze a minute or two near the beginning of that, that'd be good. I start with you almost because there's no reason for me to go south. I've been going south for K6TSK, but he's never there. So really, I start with you. You're the first one that I call on the net. So if you could be there right around 7:30 for a quick check-in, then you can get out of there and do the family thing. Hi. 73 Tom. Over to you, Lee, for a final K6MYC.
Oh, I don't have too much more to add. Glad that my audio is up a little bit better now and everything is working well. I'm kind of liking working with the 857 Delta, but again, on 432, it's only like a 20-watt output, so I'm not going to expect too much on Thursday night, so not sure what you're going to be able to hear from me. But other than that, yeah, my daughter arrived this morning, and she's staying here for a week or two, and going to work out of the home, and yeah, doing a lot of stuff. And just wondering if Tom has a few minutes after we're done here to go up 10.
Sure thing.
All right, well, I'll say 7-3 to everybody, and I'll turn it back to you, Mike. K6MYC in the group, AF6 United, back to net.
Okay, and I'll take a quick standby for Jevin, K6YLH. Jevin, are you in here this evening? No, he's a contester, but he did check in the one night. Surprised me. But anyway. All right, Lee, 7-3. Enjoy your daughter's company there, and we'll look for you when you can get in on 6 meters tomorrow night, and then, of course, back on Wednesday night on 2 meters again. 7-3. AF6 United, KW6S, K6MYC going into San Jose in the Lower Bay Area.
One last comment, though. I think Jevin is either an EMT or he has some other kind of commitments that keep him into the late evenings on a lot of nights and that sort of thing. So I think that's why he's
here. You stand by.
In the band here over the last several weeks. So just a little bit of information there from something I picked up a little while ago. K6MYC from AF6 United. Back to you.
Okay, finally, I have remembered something vaguely about that, and I wasn't sure that it was him, but yeah, it seems like he's got some kind of a medical connection there that he has commitments to at some late hours. So we understand that. All right, very good. 7-3, Lee. I did hear a caller underneath you, but you're so damn loud you covered everybody. Who is the Bay Area? Go ahead, please. K6MYC Bozo Net. Check-ins?
K6 Bozo 177.
This is WB6WNI 1090, and Jim, WB6JNN, is also here.
Okay, very good. And somebody else was in there with you, but I didn't get the call. WB6WNI, good evening, Gary. Good signal. Everybody's pounding in here. So who was the other one that was duplicating with Gary there? I missed you. Go ahead.
It was the other Gary. Kilo Echo 6 Quebec Romeo, Bozo 177.
Boy, you're pounding in too, and I'm not even pointed at you. No matter where I point tonight, everybody's loud. Good evening, another Gary, KE6QR 177. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're sounding good. 20/9. Great signal.
KA6UYH.
And I hear Chris in there, KA6UYH. Forgot your number, Chris. I want to say 1226.
Yeah, good job, Roger, Roger. Hey, the conditions are really good tonight. Everybody's just coming in really good, and the floor noises are like S1 on my side.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Are you still vertical?
Roger, I am.
Okay, well, you're still doing very, very strong over here. Stand by. I think there was still one more in there that I haven't picked out yet. Was there another one underneath that pile of voices? We're looking for WB6JNN and anybody else. Over.
WB6SR 807.
807. Good evening, Stan. Good to hear you. 807 is in here. Stand by. Let me just see if Jim is there. I think he's on frequency here. WB6JNN. Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, we'll try for the fourth time. WB6JNN 285.
Okay. Trying to find my place. I'm losing my place, losing my eyesight little by little here. Having a hard time doing a good list here. WB6JNN. Good evening, Jim. Okay, let me go back through the group here. Gary, did you play the contest this weekend, KE6QR?
Yes, I did. I did the 160-meter contest, made 83 contacts, and it was a lot of fun. Saturday was much better band conditions for me than Friday was, but we had fun. It was a good experience.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you got that. It's quite a few contacts on 160 with a modest system. So you did very well. There was another field day on. The winter field day was on, and I was on 20 meters. I just decided to go up to 20 and see if I could hear any Europeans, and all I heard was stateside signals with big, loud signals from that direction up toward Europe, but Wyoming and everybody like that just pounding in here, but it was all CQ field day guys. Over.
Yeah, I heard that too, but no, they weren't on 160. We didn't hear any of them on 160.
That'll be a good thing. All right. I'm glad you had fun on 160. We'll see how many contacts that they got up there at Ken's place in a minute or so here. Okay, let's see. AB6SR, Stan, go ahead. How are you doing?
Yeah, okay. You're pounding in too. So everybody is pretty high signal, as Chris was saying. Miserable day here. You said you had some sunshine. We may have had an hour or so, but it was cold this morning, a bit dreary all day long. Typical English spring day. So, nothing to report. Everything's okay here, but wish the weather was a little bit milder. Back to you, K6MYC, AB6SR.
Well, it sounds like we had that misty, ugly day the day before yesterday. I think it was Friday. It was just horrible. Drizzly. Not drizzly. It was just wet. If you went out in it, you could feel a dampness, little pinpricks of water coming down on you. It wasn't rain, but it made the concrete wet in some places. It also got the leaves very wet, and anything that was out in it was wet. But it didn't it didn't do anything to the rain gauge, obviously. That was a miserable day because you couldn't quite get out without getting wet and damp, and so it was pretty much indoor. But today was nice, and I did get out and worked in the yard for about 3 hours and did some pruning and some weed eating and so on. Not weed eating, but weed pulling by Brill, by the way. Anyway, good evening to you, Stan. Great signal. AB6SR, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Yeah, I shall be out in the garden tomorrow with any luck. And probably be on 6 tomorrow evening too, if I can get the antenna hooked up. Well, I should be able to. Anyway, stayed awake tonight, so you got Gary and Chris here in the background, so maybe give them a call. Talk to you tomorrow evening with any luck. K6MYC, AB6SR, Los Gatos.
Now, who did you want me to give a call to?
Gary, WNI, WB6, WNI was on before me here, wasn't he?
We'll get back to Gary, and if he's got anything there. Let me just shoot it over to Jim, WB6JNN, sounding pretty good tonight, but you're the weakest of the troop. That's why you were the last to get through the pile up there, Jim. WB6JNN and the group, K6MYC.
Yeah, well, I got an antenna that's just above the roof line, so that's part of it. WB6JNN. Yesterday, I did get in on the winter field day. I gave them all an effort to find a weak station, and that would be me, because I just ran the 705 barefoot on a long wire and sitting on my patio yesterday, so still got 27 contacts despite my 10 watts, so I'm happy about that. Today was a little bit cooler, but it was nice enough out there. I spent some time on the patio today with the cat as well, so was I think about 68 or something here. Yesterday I think it got to 70, so can't complain, but like was reported, it was overcast most of the day. So there you go. WB6JNN.
It sounded like it was pretty warm. We haven't had warm temperatures like that for quite a while. We've been, if anything, in the low 60s. And it was pleasant today, but you had to work in the sun and not where there was any breeze. So if you had a little sun on your back, it was very pleasant and comfortable. I worked outside, like I said, about 3 hours, and I didn't get cold. It wasn't cold at all, but it wasn't 70 by any means. Okay, good enough, Jim. 7-3, and we'll see you tomorrow night on 222, hopefully. WB6JNN, and I forgot, Rob, look at the list. Well, let me get back to Gary, and then there's maybe one more that I'm missing. We're missing W6PQL as well, and KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. But back to you for a minute, Gary, and see if you got anything further. WB6WNI, K6MYC.
That's K6MYC, WB6WNI. Not much further. I listened to 144, just made an attempt to scare somewhat 144.2 SSB.
I had it on for 8 hours all day until I finally changed to this frequency. I did work a few stations with my handheld 2-meter 440 handheld, and that was it. Nothing like the UHF VHF contest. And everybody's come in great. I will repeat that. Chris is also here. 1226, is it? Anyway, Chris is also here, and I don't know if you've already worked him, but he's here as well. So that's it for tonight. Talk to you hopefully tomorrow on 6 meters. K6MYC and the group, WB679.
Yeah, that's who I was forgetting because he's not in here consistently. Very good, Gary. Thanks for reminding me about Chris. I can't see my list, Chris, so that's why I tend to forget. I try 5 or 6 calls down, and I can't see anything I've written. So I tend to forget it, but not intentionally, of course. And thank you, Gary. K6YL8. No, that's not right. KA6Y. No, UYH, K6MYC. Go ahead, Chris.
Thank you so much, Jim. Good to hear you, and Mike, good to hear you guys. Yes, I had a chance to play a little bit on Winter Field Day, made a few contacts. It was a good excuse to get on HF. However, my dipole is only on the top of the roof, or just at the peak of the roof. So even on 20 meters, I was not able to hit the Wyoming station I wanted to, but he started to fade in and out. But anyway, maybe next time, or I'll get my vertical up eventually and then be able to work these guys. So it was fun anyway.
Yeah, no, the Wyoming guy had a good signal, and there was another couple of 7s on that were very strong. And there was some 9s in there, and I think there was a Victor Echo on. I didn't catch him. He had just signed working a W9, but I heard the 9 give his call, but I heard him. So we had propagation. That was on 20 meters. And I was fiddling around between 2 antennas. I have a 4-element on a 90-foot tower, and I had the 5-element on another 90-foot tower, 600 feet apart. And I was just comparing signals between them. The high one had more noise on it because it sees more power line noise and stuff, so it was quieter and easier listening on the little one. It's in a better spot to shield me from the local noise stuff. Anyway, that's what we did. They made about 4 contacts, and that was it. Anyway, back to you, and I wonder if you're. Hopefully, we can hear something. You want to try something on 6? You could try your vertical on 6. We probably will hear you tomorrow night at about 8:15, 8:30. KA6, so UYH, K6MYC.
Yeah, Mike, we've tried the vertical before. I've tried the dipole because that's horizontal, but I still couldn't work you, and then with the vertical, I couldn't work you either. I tried to retune the 2 dipole antennas, 6-meter, designated 6-meter dipoles. One came in at 8 feet, the other one came in a little under 8 feet, about 7.8 feet. So again, something's not right. And then I put the halo up on Friday night and tuned it up on Saturday, but I could not get it tuned. So I think it's too close to the roof, or it's too close to the 2-meter 440 antenna that I have.
Well, those antennas shouldn't keep it from tuning, but it may be because that's all it's going to do with those other antennas typically is pull the resonant frequency a little bit one way or the other, but it shouldn't keep it from being tuned. But I'm not sure what shape the resonant loop is in. It should have a feed impedance at somewhere around 20 to 50 ohms, something like that, so it shouldn't be too hard to match it over.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I'm having a hard time with 6 meters. I don't have a hard time with the other bands, but this one I'm having, so I'm not sure. It was tuning up when I first put it up there, and it was according to the instructions. It was tuning up roughly about 54 megs, which is obviously at the high end of the band, and I tried to get it down towards 50, but I just couldn't do it, and I don't know. It had a gamma match, which I played with the screw in and out. That didn't seem to do much, and then I started to open up the loop or close up the loop, and I don't know. I just didn't have success. So.
Well, you have to add length. This was a closed loop, or was it just a folded dipole around in a circle?
It is a folded dipole. However, you cannot adjust the gap between the elements. What you're doing is you're changing the size of the loop, either extending it or shortening it.
You don't need to change the gap size, but you do need to add more material if it's up around 54 megs. You just need to add another inch of material or so.
Yeah, I tried it, and it still wasn't dropping it down into the 50 range, or 50 megs, or towards the lower end. Even if it, originally I put the center frequency at 51 megs, and then went plus or minus 1 meg. That way I'd get 50 up to 52. I think it can handle that much bandwidth. But again, I just wasn't able to drop it down towards the end, or closer to the bottom end of the band.
Okay, now is this a commercial loop, or did you build it?
It is a commercial loop, however, it is a Chinese knockoff, so I'm not expecting much out of it.
Oh, is it a square loop?
Roger, it is a square loop.
Okay, well then they've copied our whole loop. Sounds like it's a copy of our whole loop, but we don't use a gamma match. The match is actually, the way we do it, we use 3/8 tubing, and the last end of the feed end of the tubes come together halfway through, halfway across an element, and we make another bend and make a stub that goes down back toward the open end of the loop, and then we tap along that, along those two lines, one on the right side, one on the left side, and they're parallel, about 2 inches apart, and you'll find that you'll find a feed point resistance there that matches up pretty nicely, but you have to slide up and down those stubs. You may not have a stub. It's a gamma match. It's just coming together in the middle with a center insulator. It doesn't have a folded back stub back toward the center of the open end. If that's not there, then you don't have that adjustment. But see, that's how we can lengthen and shorten the loop. Those lines, you just slide back down further away from the bends down the parallel line, and that makes the loop longer and shorter. That's the way we adjust ours. Over.
Roger, I have seen the one that you guys produce, or the one that you're producing. I have seen that, and I looked at it through DX Engineering. If you want or have some free time, whatever, it's Moonkeeper or Moonraker or something. Moonraker is the one that I bought. It's an HLP-6. Like I said, it is a Chinese knockoff, so I'm taking a chance with it. But the other guys seem to have some success with it, so that's why I took the chance.
Yeah, but you should be able to lower it in frequency. It should have some way to make it longer and shorter. You could add these stubs on your own, right across where the. Well, let's see. Is it dead shorted? No, it can't be shorted across the gamma match, or it could be, I guess. And then you're just tapping onto one side with the gamma connection. But you could break that in the middle, and then you could fold that thing back inward like ours, and then you'd have some way to add length to it.
All right, I understand what you're saying. It's ours, the one that I have, it's actually directly shorted. So the center conductor actually goes to the gamma match, and then the shielding side of the coax actually goes to the dipole itself.
Yeah, well, that's where you'd have to just cut it, put an insulator in there, and then run two stubs back toward the open end of the loop, about 4 or 5 inches, and that way you can add a lot of length in here, and then feed it somewhere along those two lines. Over.
All right, so basically take a look at what you've done and then try to mimic that, then, is what you're saying.
Yeah, duplicate ours if you can. We use a tuning block. I mean, if you did it right, you could buy our driven element block. The guys can sell you that separately if you wanted to buy it. Probably cost you as much as your knockoff, unfortunately. But if you could just make any kind of a feed connection there, that would probably do the job for you. Over.
Roger. All right. Anyway, I just don't know why I'm struggling with 6 meters. Like I said, I usually don't have a problem with it. I've played a lot with HF, and the VHF stuff that I play with, most of the stuff is already commercially done, and it's within range. But for some reason, 6 meters is just a fight for me. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It could be the environment in which I'm tuning these things, either too close to the ground, and I've got ground coupling, or something. I don't know.
Well, in this case, the loop is resonant higher in frequency, so it needs to be longer, and the other antennas were way too long, and you had to shorten them. So if anything, I think the loop is the one that's closest to what you want, but if you can modify the loop to add some extra length in there in a parallel pair of tubes fashion, you could probably get the thing to work that way. You got to find some, or you say you can't change the gap, but maybe you could go into the open end of the thing where the insulator is across there. That's a bad place for an insulator, by the way. That's a very high voltage point. If you run 100 watts into there's about 5,000 volts on those leads at the tip of the dipoles as they come together. And if you have a lossy piece of insulation material in there, it's not good. But that's okay if you could just spread it a little bit and add another piece of tubing in, or put a piece of rod inside the tubing if it's made out of tubing or something, and lengthen it a couple of inches on each side, or 1 inch on each side. That should get you closer. Over.
All right. I guess, well, I'll go ahead and play with it again next weekend. I should have some time. But anyway, all right. I appreciate the info.
All righty. Basically, you just got to make the dipole longer. All right, 7-3, Chris. Good luck with it. KA6UYH, K6MYC. Anybody else for break-in, check-ins here on Bozo Net Bay Area?
226 is here.
WRX. Kilowatt 9 Zulu Papa Yankee. Kilowatt 9 Zulu Papa Yankee.
K9ZPY. Good evening. And what was your Bozo number? Over.
Whiskey 2, Whiskey Romeo X-ray 294, Bozo 294. Aloha there, Mike.
Aloha, Carl. Stand by. We've got another station in K9ZPY. Give me your Bozo number one more time, please.
Okay, very good. You're about a S4, S5 tonight. Bozo number 1161, 1161, 1161.
You got a good signal here on 2 meters tonight. We got really, really good conditions, and you're quite loud. Very easy copy. It's just that Carl was in there in Modesto, and he's run some power, much stronger than you are, and he covered you there without hearing you. He could not hear you, of course. So there you go. Anyway, you're doing fine, and good signal. Thanks for the 1191 check-in there. Over. 1161, sorry.
1161, over.
No, I got it. I said it wrong. I knew I said it wrong as soon as I said it. 1161, we got you. Go ahead.
Very good. Thank you so very much.
Yeah, we didn't hear you in the contest. We were hoping to hear you in the contest. Are you in Charlie Mike 97 or 88?
Oh, well, he's got a steady signal, so maybe he'll actually be able to hear me tonight. So, thank you, and I'll let you keep carrying on. Over.
Okay, thank you. What I asked you was, okay, forgot what I asked you. But we doubled. It doesn't matter. Anyway, good signal, and we'll look for you again. Gosh, what was I going to ask you? Well, it'll come to me the next time. And hopefully we'll have good conditions like we have tonight there. K9ZPY, K6MYC, and over to you, Carl, W2WRX. Aloha.
Aloha there, Mike. Everything's good. Just playing around here and getting things situated. But other than that, got that Mai Tai on the side, and it's chilling out, and he's doing pretty good. But anyway, hopefully he's doing all right down there. I know it's pretty cold. And if Rob's still here, I'll tell him I got his QSL card. And yours, you probably get yours this week there, Mike. W2WRX, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, we'll look forward to it. And Rob, he says, well, Rob's here, so let him talk to you directly. And we have Ken in here. Sorry, Ken. Had a rampage of people all at once here. 226 is here. Good evening. And I'm sure you're copying Carl. Say hello to Carl, then turn it over to Rob so he can say hello. Over.
Okay, very good. WA60IB226 is here. Just crawled out from the house there, so we had a late dinner. So anyway, good evening all, and take it over, Rob. KM6SR, WA60IB.
Thank you, Ken. Yeah, how you doing, Carl? W2WRX. Got a loud, clear copy on you, and I'm glad you got the QSL card. Over.
Roger. Yeah, at that time he was talking about the grid square. So anyway, I'll send you another one for the sideband 2 meter. Over.
Okay, that's fine. That's official. I don't think you were able to use QSL contacts on the repeaters, so that's why I put that little note on there. But no big deal.
Roger. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, Mike, go ahead.
Okay, very good, Carl. Nice to hear you. And I haven't had my Mai Tai yet, but I may go in and have one yet. Over.
Roger. Yeah, it's waiting for you. But anyway, don't drink too much. You know how it make you lolo or loco. Anyway, Mike, have a good one out there. Aloha.
Thank you very much, Carl. Good to hear you. Thanks for checking in, as always. Aloha. W2WRX, K6MYC, Bozo check-ins, Bay Area.
W6PQL.
Oh, you were holding on, weren't you? Holding. Trying to be very polite, waiting till the end. Good evening, Jim.
Yeah, I didn't want to jump in there too quickly. You had quite a crowd, so quite a few contacts for you tonight. And poor old Ken up there in, I guess it's Oakley. Ken is in Oakley. Yeah, that's the Ken I'm referring to. He's probably waiting to describe his dinner and had to go to a Zoom meeting. It's been a long time, right, Ken? Back to you, Mike. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Yeah, well, we had a lot of people in here, and then I always like to help somebody like Chris there, who was having trouble getting an element or an antenna tuned or something. Trying to help him get the thing going on 6 meters, so apologize for that, but it's kind of what the net's for, and if it goes a little long, I'm sorry about it. Anyway, good to hear you. You're a good, strong signal. Everybody's ripping and snorting in here. Have you heard Mike, KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie yet?
No, not tonight. I've been listening through the whole net and haven't heard him. Mike, KB6WSC, are you in there tonight? No, I'd hear him plenty strong if he was here. It doesn't sound like he's on frequency.
Yeah, I don't think I heard 32. I don't think he was on 432 last week either, so he's missed this one and the last one. No biggies, but he's sometimes very consistent. Other times he misses a few days. Maybe he's got company or something. All right, Jim, 7-3, and of course we'll see you tomorrow night on 222 and 6. Over.
Okay, yeah, we'll see you there.
Okay, last call, Bay Area. Anybody else? K6MYC. Okay, nothing heard. N6RO. N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC. Ken?
K6MYC. N6RO, and haven't used my voice yet today until now. Bozo 835. High temperature was 49, just another overcast, chilly day. I slept half of it anyway. Dinner was fresh ahi tuna. I had a home delivery from Costco today, and it was delicious. And along with that was spinach and carrots, onions, mushrooms. I didn't intend to do it, but I had 2 all-nighters in the 160 contest. I was still not real serious about it since we didn't have the team that normally we do. They were both out of the country, let alone out of town. But there's another year, and the band will be better. The top band will be better. N6RO.
How many contacts did you make?
320. Had 52 sections and 14 countries, which included VK6, BY, several, about a dozen JAs, or 2 dozen JAs, 3D2, a couple of HLs. So the Pacific direction was good, but anything to the east was way down, just very poor.
Oh, well, that's too bad, but you sound like you did pretty well. How'd you score with respect to others?
I may make the top 20 in the multi-single category. I only put in 12 hours. I didn't start till early Saturday morning, 11 hours after the contest started, because I wasn't planning on doing it. And right after dinner, I couldn't keep my eyes open, so I took a 3-hour nap, or 4-hour nap, and got up, got on the air about 1 a.m. at the start of the, was my start. So I missed the whole first night, and a couple of multipliers that were there, but not the second night when I was active. Anyway, next year I hope my team is available so we can really cover it. Over.
Was it mostly CW again?
It was all CW.
All CW. Okay, very good. Yeah, Gary, KE6QR down from you. He's just got a small station. He did 72 contacts, which is even pretty good on with a small station, and probably not working too hard at it, but he had fun with it at 72 contacts, so that's pretty good. I haven't made 72 contacts on anything except Bozo Nets lately, over.
Yeah. Well, Gary gets in there, that's for sure. Of course, I've got a lot of wire, 1,600 feet of 14-gauge wire in my 4-square, so it plays quite well, but the propagation was just crazy. I couldn't hear anything beyond New England, and even the loud stations like K1LZ was very weak compared to normal. I think there's about a 20 dB loss of absorption going on the whole weekend. Worse on Saturday night.
Well, it probably was related to the storm. The storm was taking 18 dB of that signal.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, on your dinner. By the way, we had a nice dinner Friday night. My grandson and his wife brought us a nice little dinner from Costco. Bell pepper, stuffed bell pepper, with very, very excellent, and some, what do they call it? Cheesy, I don't know what that stuff is. Macaroni and cheese, I guess. And a nice salad. So it was a good meal, but the bell pepper was excellent from Costco, over.
Yeah, I normally do the bell pepper business by myself, but I've seen that. I haven't tried it yet. But I did restock the Thursday night chicken salads. So I'm good for another month on that. I'm trying to think of what I had halibut over the weekend, and I had leftover fish on another night, and I had filet mignon somewhere in there. The days are passing so fast I can't keep up with my menu.
Well, not a bad thing. Not the end of the world if we don't hear it. All right, 7-3, Ken. We'll see you tomorrow night on 222. Do you think that you found an audio problem with that one?
Yeah, we have a new radio there. I'm using a K4D and the transverter, and I think it worked pretty good the last week. So we'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. No, you had really broken up audio on one band. Wasn't that 222? You were all broken up?
Yeah. 2 weeks ago, yes, but I thought it worked okay on this past week.
Well, maybe it did. I'll have to think back. Well, we'll see what it looks like tomorrow night. Hopefully it's smooth as it should be. 7-3, good evening, Ken. And 6, oh, wait a minute. We got the other Ken that should want to say hello to you there. K6, WA6OIB, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Hi, Ken. Good signal up there, and interesting to listen to all your shenanigans going on there. Especially that 4-hour nap. That sounded good.
Ah, okay, Ken, fine. Yeah, you're good and loud here, and good to hear you.
All right, you have a great week up there. Thank you, Mike.
Okay, let's go into Sacramento and see who is here.
6 SR.
Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, we had a couple guys in the chat room on the Bozo Nets there. Alex, Bozo, let's see, 445. He said he forgot his number. He's in there, and a W6ACT. And then also KD6WVL, he's in there, 1179.
Do they want to be logged in here?
Well, usually you can talk to John there, KD6WVL.
Well, he's here, but he must not be able to get on right now. John, are you here?
Yes, sir, I'm here. KD6WVL 1179.
Okay. Good evening. I didn't mean to leave you. I forgot you. I was anxious to get on with it here. And when I work Carl and 1 or 2 others there, I forget to get you. Anyway, good to hear you. And you had a really decent signal the other night on 432. We had great conditions with you. KD6WVL in the group, K6MYC.
K6MYC, KD6WVL. Yeah, I always put a comment on the live stream there. But yeah, I'm usually here whenever I can to check in. Thanks for the check-in, Mike. 7-3 all around, KD6WVL.
Okay, thank you, John. And Rob, who are the other 2 that we might listen for or check in?
Alex, W6ACT. He's 445.
Okay, I don't know that one.
Well, he's in CM97, so I'm not sure where that is.
I'll be darned. The call just doesn't ring a bell, but that may be me. Anyway, we'll put 445 down. Good deal. Sorry we missed him in there. We were pointing in that direction for a long time. He should have checked in. He apparently couldn't be heard, I guess.
For you guys, I'm not sure.
1189.
W6, ACT.
Okay, I hear you. Hang on a second, Mario. Who was the station just with a CT or something at the end? Try it again. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie. Go ahead. Somebody with CT. Go ahead.
Alpha Charlie Tango, Whiskey 6. Alpha Charlie Tango. Copy.
W6 Papa Charlie Tango. W6 PCT. What's your Bozo number and where are you so we can point at you? Over.
Dublin, the East Bay by Livermore. I'm in Dublin, and my Bozo number is 445. 445. Copy?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we already got you there, didn't we? And then that's a 445 you were talking about, Rob?
Yeah, his call sign is Whiskey 6, Alpha Charlie Tango.
I got it. Okay, very good. We got you and we saw you in the chat room, and I moved the antenna back. This should be a little better copy. How's that? Over?
Yeah, I got you a little bit better there. Yeah, copy. My antenna's not the greatest. I'm just running a diamond dual band vertical antenna. No beam here, just a dual band vertical on a TS2000. Copy?
Yeah, I copy you. No, you're Q5 when I point at you, but there may be other nights Well, we will not hear you because of propagation. You probably want to try and get horizontal as soon as you can. That'll make a huge difference. So if we got this much signal from you vertically polarized, we should hear you very easily if you run horizontal. even a full wave loop or something would do it, over.
Yeah, I'm vertical copy. I'm on a dual band diamond vertical with a TS2000, about 50 watts, copy?
Yeah, no, I'm copying you fine. As I said, you'll do a lot better, however, if you go horizontal and with a full wave loop or something fed at the bottom. That would make you horizontally polarized and probably pick up 15 dB or so of signal, over.
Yeah, copy. It's a little hard for me to pick you up. Obviously, I must transmit better than I'm receiving. It's been quite a while since I've checked in. I saw you guys on YouTube, and I said, oh, shit, I have a Bozo number, and I did forget it. That's why I typed it in, and I appreciate you getting that number for me. Whoever that was, somebody looked it up. 445. I believe I joined quite a few years ago. Copy?
Yeah, Roger, no problem. What was the name there? My name is Mike, over.
Yeah, Mike, this is Alex. Alpha Lima Echo X-Ray, Alex. I'm in Dublin, California here, right next to Livermore. Copy?
Yeah, no, we're copying you fine. You must have terrible noise on the vertical, because I'm running 1,500. I'm running 1,500 watts at you with a 19-element Yagi at 105 feet, over.
Oh, wow. And you're running, you said 1,500 watts?
Roger. Solid state W6PQL amp, over.
Wow, okay, that's quite a bit. And you're near Fresno, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm north of Fresno, about 25 miles, but I'm in the foothills. I'm about 1,000 feet higher than Fresno, so I'm not in the valley floor. I'm up about 1,200 feet above sea level, over.
Oh, copy. Yeah, you've got some elevation. Yeah, I'm surprised I don't hear you any better. Maybe it's my antenna or the radio. I've got another ICOM 9100 that I'd like to hook up and get that running on 2 meter, because it is a better radio. This Kenwood 2000, I believe, has got some receive issues, and I think maybe next week I'll get my ICOM 9100 connected, and it also has more power. Copy?
Yeah, Roger. Well, you're plenty strong here, at least tonight, because of the good conditions we have. When I whistle up, the meter goes right on up to 1,500, over.
WB6 JNT. A lot of power for 2 meters. That's why I'm saying I think this Kenwood's got a few issues. It's definitely an older radio, and the ears on it aren't the greatest, that's for sure. So if you're hearing me with 50 watts, I should be hearing you a lot louder on 1,500. Copy?
Yes, you should be. If I recall, the TS2000 has a preamp built into it. Do you have the preamp turned on, over?
Oh, absolutely. I do have the preamp turned on. Yes, I do.
Okay, maybe you just have outside noise. Your vertical is very prone to picking up outside noise, so do you have any S-meter movement at all when I am not talking, over?
I have no S-meter movement at all, actually. No noise floor S-meter at all. So, yeah, I mean, I haven't looked into it because I don't use it very often. I had it on HF. I was doing some repeater stuff. It works. It seems to work okay with repeaters, but I have not used it in sideband for quite a long time. So there is no S-meter movement.
Okay, boy, yeah, it sounds like it's a little numb. Maybe you've got the RF gain turned way back or something by accident. Might check the RF gain knob. But no, you should be hearing a lot better. You might want to go, like you say, next week to the 9100, and that'll probably get you in good shape. But you should have no trouble. And if you can put up a horizontal antenna, a 2-element quad or a Yagi, or something like that, or even just a quad loop, a single loop, 85 inches of wire in a loop and fed at the bottom, you'd be much stronger too. The 73 Alex, and thanks for checking in here. W6PCT, K6MYC.
WB6J. For getting me in there. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You guys have a good night. Thanks a lot. Have a 73s.
Thank you very much. I hear you, Dane. Rob, are you hearing him at all?
Yeah, just barely. It's Whiskey 6, Alpha Charlie Tango.
Well, that's close enough. I just wanted something to turn it over to him with Alpha Charlie Tango. Yeah, I heard the Charlie Tango. I just didn't remember the first letter. Okay, enough. I didn't want to keep you from talking to him, but I figured he was so weak you wouldn't hear him vertically polarized with 50 watts there. All right, Dane, good evening to you, and you're strong here tonight. I'm pointing pretty much in your direction, trying to get to Sacramento, but so many people are checking in tonight. Boy, what a night. WB6JNP, K6MYC.
K6MYC.
Okay, Michael, I've got you about a 7, and of course you're always good copy at this location. We just got in from...
Hang on, I can't copy it through Dane. Stand by.
For a walk.
You got covered up. You at 2 stations at the same time. Who was the other station that was trying to check in? Go ahead.
KD6SOK. Good evening, Mike.
Oh, hi, Fred. I'm not pointed anywhere near you, but good signal on 2 meters here tonight. Surprise, surprise, Fred. KD6SOK. Thank you, Fred, from Cupertino. K6MYC 507. Gotcha.
Yeah, you know, I noticed the noise floor on the band here tonight is very low. This is unusual. Usually I got a high noise floor here, but tonight it's exceptionally low.
Yeah, well, that's good. Maybe it was the dew or whatever weather you had there that cleared it up. But you're doing very well, not even pointed at you. I'm about 15, 20 degrees more to the north. 7-3, Fred, thanks so much. I'd stay with you, but we're running short of time here and got a lot of people. I haven't even gotten to Sacramento and Nevada yet. Over.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I won't keep you. Yeah, it's been overcast all day. It's cold and drizzly. It's kind of a miserable day. Hopefully the sun will come out tomorrow. Anyway, I'll let you go, Mike. Yeah, it's probably the cloud layer deck that's helping a lot. 86, okay.
Yeah, that's funny because Jim over there in East San Jose said it was almost 70 degrees in his yard today. He was really enjoying the warm weather. Over.
I think we only had 1 hour of sunlight the whole day.
Well, he didn't have any sun either, but it was warm.
That was cold. I got the heater on right now. It's chilly. It never got to 60.
I'll be darned, yeah. He must have had the warm air being pushed over. All the warmth from the Bay Area was pushed over to Jim's hill location there up against the east hills in San Jose. Hi. All right, Fred, 7-3. Good to hear you.
Good to hear you too, Mike. Yeah, I thought I'd give it a shot. I just turned it on. I'm like, wow, the noise floor is really low tonight. So, and you're coming in pretty good. You know, you're not pointed at me, so I thought I'd give it a shot.
Thank you for doing that, Fred. Good evening.
Good evening, Mike. And 7-3, KD6S. Okay.
Okay. Dane, B6JNP. Now take one. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. We just got in from Clovis, and I've got to run out and walk the dogs.
Okay, go walk the dogs. Thanks for checking in here. Got you loud and clear. Good evening, Dane. WB6JNP, K6MYC, now going toward Sacramento.
KR6MR, Bozo 759.
Okay. KR6MR, K6MYC. I haven't gotten there yet, but we're getting the antenna moving in your direction anyway. Take one, John, and we'll peek on you. Go ahead.
Okay, Mike. KR6MR up here in Meadow Vista. And, we have a lot of you. There's only 52 for a high today. Very cold. For me, it was very cold. Anyway, hope you peek on me. KR6MR back in there.
Give me some more chatter, John. I'm still trying to peek on you. My numbers are all screwed up here. Over.
Okay, Mike. Here we go again. Let's see. Anything special? No, nothing really special. Found a restaurant that specializes in Chinese noodles. They make the noodles right there on the counter as you put your orders in, and there's 7 different types of noodles, and they can come out so thin it's like angel hair pasta. It's just wild to watch these guys work the noodles. Over.
Yeah, very good. I found the peak. I didn't realize it, but I had moved the antenna back for somebody. I was back in the 270, 290 region, and I was wondering why I was hearing you at all. Anyway, fine on the noodle shop there. Sounds like a winner.
Yeah, very, very. It took us an hour to get a seat. It's a very, very busy place, very noisy. I don't know if I'll go back or not, but it was an interesting change of menu.
Well, I'm glad you have a place that you can count on, even though it takes a while. We had a place like that in Gilroy. Wonderful food. I think it was Chinese. I can't even remember now. But, you'd go in there, you could just count on an hour because they cooked it for you. There was nothing prepared. They just got your order and then they went back and cooked it over.
Yeah, and that's some of the best food you can get. You don't want to have this stuff that's prepared, sitting on the side that just, throw on the grill for 3 minutes and send it out. Nah, that's not good.
Yep, anyway, your signals are up and down. You're down a bit now with flutter, but I don't know. I may still not have the antenna quite on you. Anyway, good to hear you, John, and we'll look for you tomorrow night on 6 meters, of course. 73 for now. I have not heard Darren. I have not heard Bill for about close to a month now. Over.
Yeah, well, Bill's, let's say he's taking a hiatus, and Darren, he's there when his wife lets him, I guess. Anyway, look for him tomorrow night on 6, KR6MR, 73.
Oh, okay. Did I hear you right on Darren's wife?
Yeah, she doesn't, she takes priority over the radio.
Well, she didn't leave him. She just left him at home today?
No, I think wherever she is, she took him with her.
Oh, okay. All right. Got it. They're still together as a partnership. It's just that he's following along. Over.
He goes where she goes.
He what?
He goes where she goes.
I hear you. Okay. Oh. No further comment there. Thank you, John. Let me see if I can get up to Reading here. KD6 Sugar Whiskey and KO6HS, Reading. I hope I'm pointed close. Reading, Charlie November 80. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, K6MYC in the group. Over. Okay, I hear you, but I can't get a peek on you. Give me more chatter.
Sunshine came through, and that was about it. The rest of the time was come back in the house with the heater. Anyway, is that enough BS in there, Mike? Over.
Okay, thank you, Rich. Thank you for more chatter. I've got your peak, but it's just way down at the moment. So maybe it'll come up. Everybody else has been pretty strong in here tonight, but for some reason, the northerly direction, you and John there in Meadow Vista are both pretty weak from normal signals. Let's see if Jerry is in there. Let's look for Jerry. KO6HS, Kilo Oscar 6, Hotel Sierra, K6MYC. Jerry, are you there? He's there, but boy, is he weak. 230, Rob. Okay, KO6HS. It's detectable but not readable. Jerry. But thank you very much for being there. Very, very poor conditions. Very poor conditions. You're Q2 to Q3, so I know you're in there. KO6HS 73, and hopefully better times on Wednesday. K6MYC. Go ahead, Jerry.
Roger, you got a couple of peaks there, Mike. You got a couple of peaks. The signal is coming up, and I guess maybe we're cutting through the fog or starting to burn a little bit of it off right now. So hopefully you can copy this. Over.
Oh yeah, burned up big time. Came way up all of a sudden. That was quick. Ken, are you copying the boys up there at WA60IB?
I just hear words now and then. That's it.
Yeah, they're really up and down, so it's maybe marginal for you. You're up and they're down and vice versa. Okay, anyway, 73 sure you came way up to Q5 on the last one, so big improvement. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for being there as always, guys. Appreciate the propagation checks and the sign-ins. KO6HS for a final K6MYC. Okay, Rich, back to you. It went back to Q2. Back to Q2 in a hurry there. Back to you, Rich. 73s, and we'll look for you on 6 meters. We'll look for you on 6 meters tomorrow. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, K6MYC, over.
Okay, we'll look for you on for 6 meters this week. We make contact. I did not hear you on 430, so that's the reason I didn't check in there. 86 shortwave, ready, over.
Okay, well we've been calling you on 432, and not so much on 6 meters, but I was expected if you hear me, you would send CW. But I've been calling you specifically on 432, so apparently we just haven't had any propagation. Thank you. You came way up to Q5 for a minute on that one, and then back to about Q4 at the end, Rich. So conditions are pretty flaky tonight up the valley there. 7-3, my friend. Thanks for being there. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, K6MYC. Bye-bye. Anybody else before I go to Nevada? K6MYC. KE6ILX, KE6ILX, K6MYC. Nothing from Jeff, although Jeff did check in the other day, but we didn't get good enough propagation to find out what he was doing. Apparently he does have a place, I think, in West Virginia. So it looks like he'll be moving before too long. I do not hear Jeff tonight. Anybody else? KW6T? AG6 Queen Lima? I guess not. So Nevada, here we come. There's Nevada. KD6 BQ, K6MYC. Richard? I don't hear Richard in there. KE7UQL, K6MYC.
272 is here, KE7UQL, over.
Okay, good signal from you. Apparently Richard just isn't in there tonight. Maybe we're too late for him. It is a little bit after 9 o'clock. He may have given up on us. Sorry about the long net here. Good evening to you, Daniel. And we'll see if Ken is copying you. Ken, are you copying Daniel?
No, again, just a few words. I'm just real bad conditions tonight here.
Be darned. Try it again, Daniel. Come on back, and if you're copying him, Ken, pick it up. KE7 UQL in Carson City area, K6MYC.
WA6OIB, hello, Ken. We're on the page, but I did hear you. Over.
Yeah, I just barely got you into you there. KE7UQL, WA6OIB. Very, very weak tonight.
Yeah, it's very cold sky, very cold up here. The wind has changed direction, so weather conditions are not good, over.
Okay, well, we've got pretty good weather conditions here right now. Still can't hear you, though, very well. I mean, you're there, and you're fairly solid, but it's real weak. So have a good evening the rest of the week. WA6OIB.
Roger, Roger, Ken. 7-3. Good to hear you. Over.
Yeah, how about you, Rob?
Yeah, I can hear you, Daniel. Very weak, though. KE7UQL, KM6SRR.
Roger, Roger, KM6SRR, KE7UQL. I see you turned in your log for the contest. Glad you're in there. Over.
Yeah, thanks for the contacts up there, you guys. That helped me out. And, yeah, I finally got it turned in. Took me a couple hours to do it by hand. Over.
Roger, Roger, understood. We're in there, too. I always turn in a log for the contest. Over.
All right. Good to hear you guys there. Okay, thank you, Mike.
Yeah, very solid now, Daniel. Good copy. And thanks for being there and waiting. I guess let's try Richard one more time. KD6BQ. KD6BQ. Richard, are you there? K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. K6MYC, KD6BQ, number 249, over.
Yeah, I got your 249. Good signal. A little watery and fluttery, but quite strong. And we might want to see if Eric is there. KN7 Victor Alpha Zulu. I haven't looked for him yet. Over.
Are you out here there, Eric? N7 Victor Alpha Zulu. KD6BQ. Mike is calling. Over, Mike.
I don't hear him at all yet, but I'll put him down. 1263, right?
1193.
1193. Boy, oh boy, I had that one screwed up. 1193. Thank you, Eric.
You're way down on the fade right now, Mike. Maybe it'll pop back up.
The band is it's gotten very flaky in the last half hour here. It was very good in the first hour, but from about 8:30 to 9, it's gotten really bad. But good to hear you, Richard. And of course, we'll look for you tomorrow night on 6 meters. KD6BQ, KEN7 Victor Alpha Zulu. Tell him thanks for checking in. K6MYC.
Down in the noise right now, K6MYC, KD6BQ. You're much louder when you're pointing at Sacramento. Over.
Well, it's just the band. I'm getting you in all different directions. Right now I'm 11 degrees east of north. Earlier I had you at 356. Over. I'm solid copy on you, Richard.
I'll give you a little bit of chatter. K6MYC, KD6BQ, number 249 in Nevada. And anyway, yeah, you were much, much stronger when you were talking towards Sacramento than you were when you pointed here directly for some reason. And you did come up on a good peak, and then you're way down in the noise. So hopefully this gives you some chatter to find me. And let's see, what else are we going to say? Well, we're recouping from surgery here. Doing pretty good, actually, so I can't complain. So maybe that's enough time to do peaking because I don't see your antenna moving. K6MYC, KD6BQ in Nevada. Over.
I don't have to move. The band just works its way, its magic on us. Ken, go ahead. VA60YB, over.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
I turned it over to you and talk to Richard.
Oh, okay. I was busy with another radio over here. Something going on over there. Okay. Hi, Richard. Yeah, I heard you talking there, so good signal. If I can hear you, you're doing all right. WA60IB.
Yeah, good evening, Ken. You're real loud, too. WA60IB, KD6BQ. Since you're so loud here, might be a good time to try for Eric. Over.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah, you're an S9 here.
Yeah, it's just all over the place. All over the place. 73 Richard, 73 Daniel, 73 Eric. We'll see you on 6 meters tomorrow, Richard. Take care. 73. 222 for you, Daniel. 222. We'll look for you there. KE7UQL in the group. K6MYC. 73.
I heard a little bit from Eric, KM6SRR.
Go ahead.
Hi, Eric, N7VAZ. This is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo Romeo. Over, over.
You copy Rob, Eric?
No, not quite. He's I told him he can't catch the
I heard him that time. I heard you that time, Eric. It's up and down. Good evening to you, Eric. N7VAZ, K6MYC. Good evening. I'm hearing him better than he's hearing me.
Yeah, you're up on a peak right now, Mike.
I know, it's just, but he doesn't hear, Eric doesn't hear well over there with his Reno noise. All right, we're out of here. 7-3, guys, and we'll see you on various bands tomorrow night. A6MYC going that way. It did.
7-3, Richard Daniel, KM6SRR.
KE7UQL 7-3.
7-3, Daniel. Going down toward the edge. Somewhere down here, KE6BK. KE6BK, K6MYC. Eddie, are you there tonight?
K6MYC, KE6BK. Evening, Mike.
Yeah, 858. We got you, Eddie. Good signal. Thanks for being there. Rob's here, and Ken is here as well. Ken, are you hearing Eric? I mean, Eddie there? I think Ken's doing 2 different radios here. Go ahead, Rob.
How you doing, Eric? KE6BK, KM6SRR. You're sounding good tonight.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, you guys are sounding good down here and all, and everything's going pretty good down here. Just a little cool and foggy.
We had a little bit of sun today. Did you get any?
Did get a little bit of sun, you know, and everything. It was nice to see that. Yesterday it was so cloudy and everything. It was, you go outside and you can get wet just from the fog.
Yep, we had that too. Okay, good to hear you there, Eddie. Thank you. KM6SR.
All right, KM6SRR, KE6BK. Have a good one.
7-3, Eddie, and thanks for being there, and appreciate it very much. KE6BK, K6MYC, K6MTS, Mark, N6BYH. Anybody else before we close the net? K6MYC, Bozo Net, Northern California. Okay, pulling the cork on the net. Good evening all. K6MYC, Delta Mike 07, Delta Bravo, Bozo 47, closing the 2-meter net on January 25, 2026, 7-3. What do you got, Rob?
With Eddie in there, it got 41.
Yeah, big night. All right, Aaron, if you're there, 73, thanks for being there. Sorry I was a little late getting in the shack, but it looks like it didn't hurt you too bad there on getting the stream running. Good night all. Good night, Ken, in the background there. MBA6OIB, KM6SRR, K6US, KE6BK, K6MYC, 7-3.
Yeah, good night, Mike. And no worries on being a little late. I was late myself, so I hardly noticed. K6US.
Roger, 7-3.
Good night, Mike. K6MYC, KM6SR, 7-3. And 73 to Aaron and Ken, K6US and WA6OIB.